If we can get somebody from, first of all, South Sudan. Can somebody tell us how the conference has been? I'm told it's here.
First of all, allow me to thank all of you who are currently attending this last conference. I feel to repeat my name to you so that when you will be going from here, you will not forget my name in your partner states. I'm called John Odongi Nyakaba Okori from South Sudan. Okay. Thank you, the programmer, for giving me this chance. In fact, I'm going to be short, but I want to thank and say appreciation for the success of convening this conference. This conference is really benefit us within this period of time. Why? Because we have, particularly South Sudan, we benefit from what has not been done in South Sudan and what has been done by the other partner state. That means this is the importance of this meeting, of this conference of regional meeting, state partners. We have really also benefit mostly sharing knowledge from other private sectors who have also present to us how they are doing their activities in their own institutions regarding metrology activities and regarding the importance of metrology to human beings, and then on health sectors. We really have gained it, and by this time, we should be able now, when we go back from here, we shall disseminate this information and tell our policy makers the importance of this conference. We have interacted mostly, actually. This is what I was saying. We have interacted to each other, and by doing all this is a very important success to us. And South Sudan will be standing to support any resolution which is going to be in this conference. I think, let me say, I appreciate all of you, and I wish, because we are talking about protection of our lives, and we have touched metrology as an important tool to our region and worldwide. I hope when we shall be going from here, we wish all of us good health. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, South Sudan, for those kind remarks. Uganda. I know they are usually on the western side of the map.
Thank you so much, Dr. Caleb, for the opportunity. Kindly allow me stand. I would wish to take this opportunity to thank Kenya Bureau of Standards for having coordinated the Regional Metrology Conference. It didn't happen for the last 2 years, but I also want to thank you in a special way for having converged all the ESC partner states so that you can be able to exchange knowledge on all pertinent issues related to metrology within the region. I want to thank you not only for coordinating the conference, you've been able to host us. We have a very beautiful conference hall in which the Regional Metrology Conference was hosted. It really shows how important the conference was, not only to the host nation, but to everybody who has attended the conference. We want to thank you for the food we've eaten. Thank you. Back in Uganda, we say that if you have a visitor and you don't give them food, they're justified not to come back. You have fed us excessively, we have gained weight. Thank you so much for the delicious meals you shared with us. About the conference, I've been personally impressed by the quality of the presentations. I was blessed to attend the Regional Metrology Conference, the first one that happened in Dar es Salaam, and the second one that has happened in Kenya. I attentively listened to everybody who was presenting from day one up to yesterday, and I think there was a lot of information to pick from the different presenters. On the side of metrology, which was my special area of interest, I think we've been exposed to several new areas that impact on all citizens, and we realized that these are areas that need to be regulated, but unfortunately, we have not been doing so well in the region. Some partner states have been doing partially what they have to do, but if it comes to specific areas, for example, billing of data, airtime, water meters, electricity meters, we've been moving around and having further discussions away from the presentations. And one thing that we've agreed upon as metrologists is that I think we need to have another forum where we will meet to have technical discussions on how best we can regulate these sectors so that we are able to protect all citizens who are seriously impacted upon by these sectors. Many people have had complaints at an individual level, but I believe it's our role as legal metrologists within the region to ensure that we protect citizens within the region. Away from that, as a food scientist, my background is food science, I was particularly impressed by the presentation on probiotics. Every time we speak about metrology, most of us think metrology is physics, mechanical, civil, electrical. A new area of interest that came to my mind was mainly biological metrology. Metrology that looks at biological aspects, mycotoxins, and how best they can be regulated to ensure that all citizens are protected. I would not want to make a comment on each and every paper that was presented, but wholesomely, I can attest to the fact that I've been impacted upon in terms of knowledge. The last one that I really wanted to comment about, because I do some work in the university as well. The College of Business Education is something that I wish that all of us in the different partner states can emulate to be able to train metrologists within the region so that people do not have a different background and end up learning about metrology only when they have gotten to the different jobs that they do in the different countries. Thank you so much, Dr. Wang.
All right, thank you very much, Uganda. That's a very nice recap of the whole conference. Somalia.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say it's a great honor for me to participate in this regional conference in Mombasa. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the organizer of covering this important platform that brings together expertise and stakeholders from across the region. This conference has clearly demonstrated the critical role of metrology in supporting health, enhancing industrial productivity, and facilitating fair trade. Accurate and reliable measurement are the foundation and quality infrastructure and essential for ensuring consumer protection and building trust our market. I have great benefit from the knowledge shared, the practical insight, and exchange of experience among member states, such as collaborating is a vital as we continue to strengthen our national system and addressing common challenges. I look forward to continue cooperation and a strong partnership with our region. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Somalia. Now, for Tanzania, we are going to get one from weights and measures and another one from TBS. So let's start with the weights and measures.
Thank you, Chair. On behalf of my Chief Executive Officer of Western Measures Agency, Mr. Alban Kihula, we are glad to be here in Mombasa, Kenya, and we do congratulate Kenya for hosting this second EAMET Regional Metrology Conference. It has been a wonderful experience, and we've enjoyed being here at this second EAMET Regional Conference. In fact, I personally, I've not been here in Mombasa. I've been in Nairobi quite a number of times, but not in Mombasa. Therefore, I was dreaming to be here in Mombasa, and now I am. I visited different places with my fellows, and we've enjoyed the different sense of Mombasa. And to our discussion, actually, we do hope to be here in Mombasa a second or third time, because people are lovely, inviting, and also the food also is so fascinating. We have enjoyed the food of Mombasa, especially the fish of the ocean, Indian Ocean. Mr. Chair, with regard to this second EAMET Metrology Conference, we have enjoyed the experience and the practice of our fellows, member partner states in this region, though some have not been here, especially Congo, Rwanda, and Burundi, but the other member states' experience and knowledge we have shared, it has been so exciting. Especially the presentations and different discussions in different areas, those of which we have captured, we are going to implement in our country. In fact, this meeting is all about progress. We should move from one place to the other. We should not be stationary. Coming here, this means we should be highlighted of different new perspectives of which we have achieved or we have gained in this meeting. Specifically on the presentations which we have captured from different presenters in different aspects of metrology, we are going to implement also in our country. Referring to the external stakeholders, I would like to talk about that because, in fact, most of the presentations have been from our public institutions. That is from CAPS, from Western Measures, particularly in Uganda, and of those industrials, but most of them public institutions. Today, in fact, in the morning, we received about 2 presentations from external stakeholders. And when we remember the first EAMET Metrology Conference, which was conducted in Dar es Salaam, there were quite a number of external stakeholders. And that's what I hope that in the next third EAMET Regional Metrology Conference, if God will put us there at the country of which probably, Chair, we will deliberate which country will host the third, we should actually be prepared so that we can have most of the external stakeholders of metrology. Those are the guys who have got the experience in the field, whom when we are discussing together, they will give us the real picture of what is happening in the field. In fact, they are the ones whom we are serving. Therefore, we are here for them. Therefore, we should not discuss ourselves here. Therefore, those few who have presented today, I enjoyed a lot when I listened to the experience. Therefore, in the third, I think we will do the best so that we can actually involve them. I happened to meet some of them here individually, personally. Some of them, especially one, Simon from Uganda. I think he has left. Simon, is someone around? Yeah, he has left. We discussed a lot of issues regarding to metrology in his experience in the field. I gained quite a lot. Therefore, finally, I would like to congratulate Kenya for this, for the preparation of this meeting, which have been very successful, and we hope that in the near future we will make our engagement more positive. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for giving us this opportunity. But last but not least, with regard to legal metrology participation in these meetings. You know, in this region, as we know that we are now 8 countries, right? And as far as I know, Tanzania and Kenya are the ones who have got independent legal metrology institutions. But we are growing now differently. Kenya, now, they are not growing as fast as we thought. From the start, when we were communicating together during those years, we were going very fast together. But now they seem to be stationary, Mr. Wamwana. Therefore, take that, because in Tanzania, legal metrology is moving very, very fast, I tell you. Therefore, even other member states, I urge you to visit Tanzania with respect to the issue of legal metrology. We are now verifying electricity meters. We are now verifying taximeters. We are now verifying pressure gauges and safety valves. We are now on the way now to verify internet and airtime bundles, together with the other new areas. And you have got centers, establishment of centers, independent centers, of which we are specifically verifying different areas of legal metrology. Mr. Omwana also got the time to visit some of our areas, especially Misugusugu verification centers, of which he happened to look at those laboratory, water meter laboratories, electricity meter laboratories, taximeter laboratories, together with those back and storage tanks verification. Therefore, I urge other East African countries, because talking about these components of national quality infrastructure, we should engage knowing that the area of specialization, these areas, are the ones which will help us to grow when we continue to specialize. Even the metrology now, scientific and industrial, then legal metrology, the more we become independent, the more the growth will be happening in our region. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, indeed, you are a good addition to the conference, and we appreciate your presence and your contributions to this conference. We now move to TBS. The director, I think, is in front there.
Good morning. Thank you, Chair, for giving me these opportunities. Just to say something on behalf of my Director General, Dr. Ashura Katunzi, who actually allow us to participate in this conference to share our ideas, to interact with member states, and to network as far as metrology area is concerning. I really want to appreciate Kenya Bureau of Standards for organizing this. Of course, in the absence of the EAC Secretariat, I think this thing should be taken very serious. The coming EAMET should be engaged and coordinated in a good shape in the presence of EAC Secretariat, so that it can give a true shape of the regional meetings. Another things, we really want to thank all the partner states who are here, the host country, Kenya, Uganda, Somalia, South Sudan. Yeah, I think those who were present. Unfortunately, other countries didn't make it. So it's our role as member states to make sure that we engage them in order for them to participate. It will help us to have a true sharp shape of the regional meetings. When it's call it regional meet, it should be a real regional meeting to involve all the member states, 8 of us. With that few remarks, I'd like to invite all member states. This year, our NMI going to mark the 5th years of establishment of Tanzania Bureau of Standards, and will be taking place in Dodoma, where will be inaugurating a new structure or facilities which will accommodate testing as well as metrology laboratory. Thank you, Chair, for this. We are all welcome.
Thank you very much, Director, for the kind words, also for the suggestion and for the invitation. For sure, I will plan to be there if I get the formal invitation. No, this is an informal invitation. So thank you. I will, at this particular time, I would want also to give an opportunity to Bwana Wamwana to just give a very brief feedback. And then after Mr. Wamwana, we'll give it to Bwana Nyakiamo, Mheshimiwa Nyakiamo. To give also his remarks.
Thank you, Chair, for the session. And I think I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who struggled to make sure they're here for this conference. As it goes, the Regional Metrology Conference that should bring us together to be able to deliberate and find a way forward for the issues that are affecting the East African community. Now we're a common market, and we must be able to ensure that the market becomes a market where the real products are moved. So such meetings assist us to remove those technical barriers to trade, so that we allow the traders to only think about where do I find the goods to move and how do I get them to the destination, instead of having to scratch their heads, what do I do when I get to the border? What am I going to meet there? Yesterday it was this, will I find something else tomorrow? I think that is the least that we can do for our traders, so that we can improve the economy. By doing that, we then attract others from outside to also come into this market, because they will know once I land in one, I'll be able to move around, and looks at the entire population, which is not the Kenyan population, not the Tanzanian population, but the East African community population. And that is what our strength is. We happen to have a very strong structure because we are on a treaty as the EAC. That's a plus for us. It is not in the other regions. And so it is something that we need to work on and ensure that it gives us that visibility to the other international markets for us to trade in. It might be that EAC should be able to be the forerunner in finding now a common market for the entire Africa. I want to say we need, as the technocrats here, to ensure that we talk to each other. There is a lot happening. From what I've seen for the entire session, there's a lot happening in our countries, and without such forum, we are not able to know. We could be very busy at our desks, struggling with the problems that others have already found solutions to. And as my brother said, Magesa, yes, Western measures sort of got stuck somewhere in the mud, but it's gotten the spades to be able to move itself from the mud, but not just move, but also repair the road so that it doesn't get stuck again. So that is the way forward that we have, and we are moving with it. So thank you very much for the regulators that you are here, and let's look forward. One thing is, let's have a strategy of how to run this process without depending on the development partners, because they're likely to fail us at that point when we really need them. Yes, we are friends and everywhere, but sometimes when you've realized that people are moving very fast and you may not want, you are likely to remove your support, depending on what it is you actually were supporting about. So let us ensure we try and budget and put money into these processes, and then as we work on this, let us run a framework that gives the entire information as what will be the requirements for this process, so that everybody knows that we are supposed to prepare people into these meetings, and we also prepare the finances and table it before the people who are supposed to approve, so that we get all of us into this place. Because this is where we draw what we are supposed to solve at home. Solutions are here. And as we can see now, part of our brothers and sisters are not here. They are still struggling with some problems where some solutions have been found there, but they are not aware. So let us let us plan as we work on the next program to ensure that we get all of them on board. Find a framework that we can communicate. I don't know how we'll do it, but Dr. Now use the uncertainties to ensure we communicate early as possible to get everybody to know it is necessary and we can put funds here. Because I don't think the funds are so great that we cannot be able to manage as a region. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bwana Wamwana. And yeah, it's important for us to work together. Nobody should be left behind. So at this particular time, before I invite Bwana Mheshimiwa to give his remarks, I don't know, Dr. Leo, do you have something to say? A word of wisdom before, yeah, and just give us your experience of Kenya.
Hi, everyone. First, I'd like to, again, thank everyone for having me here. It's been a really wonderful experience for me. My main takeaway is that I feel there's this sense of unity here. When countries get on stage to talk about, next steps, they not only speak about their country, but they speak about Africa as a whole, and that's very inspiring. It's something I don't see in the U.S. U.S. talks about ourselves only. We're very egocentric. We never include, Canada or Mexico or the rest of the Americas. So that for me is a very inspiring thing to see. After speaking with after giving the talk, a lot of people have approached me, so I can sense that everyone is very eager to advance at least their mass metrology infrastructure. And I'm going to go back to NIST and propose that we start an initiative, and hopefully I can pull some funding so that in the future we can all build a collaboration so that each country can at least obtain a prototype kibble balance for mass dissemination or mass realization.
All right, thank you very much for that. Now, I'll give this now to Mheshimiwa to close it up for us, and then give it now to our Director Metrology and Testing to do the final closing. But the member states, the representative for each member state should be left behind. We are not going to have a very long meeting. We are going to have a short meeting to just wind up and cast the way forward, what's going to happen after this. So don't be in a hurry to leave. We'll do that. Now, also, as you are thinking about that, I would want to invite the committee members of the organizing committee of East Africa, the second Metrology Conference, to just mount the podium so that Mheshimiwa can actually thank them properly. So the members of the committee, please, if you can come. Organizing committee. Si mnajijua? Hala, kanyageni kwa nguvu na raha. Kanyaga kwa hala. Oh, haraka. Si hala. Si hala. I am, but I was calling the rest of the people to come.
You can see this is probably the biggest committee ever put together in the East African community. In fact, if they decide to sing, I don't think the decibels will be measurable in terms of metrology. Yes. Yeah. Assume this is the picture of prosperity. Have your best pose. Wapi cameraman yako wapi? Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how to thank this committee. Putting up East African community conference in Mombasa and in 2026, where also we know that the economies are expanding, but the financial implications are going down. So it beats any logic that this is the high peak of all economic expansion of East Africa, and yet member states, if you notice, the money is not there. Sponsorships were dwindling. This team made a very concerted effort that they should actually give the best for the invitations, and they invited a lot of organizations. So the failure for those organizations, now we have EASTEC and MSAE sponsoring us, it tells something which is not probably right, or maybe it is right, or what wamekuwa mkonobrika. Is that correct in Tanzanian? Our institutions or our organizations wamekuwa mkonobrika kidogo, mkono gamu, sijui. But ladies and gentlemen, I want us to put a big hand, ile Luvonga naita ya kilo, okay? Not ile wala, ya kilo. Hebu tuiweke. Moja. Tena. Karibuni na asante kwa kutuletea RMC njema, na ile imefanikiwa, na Mungu awabariki. Amen. Na mukae hivyo hivyo. Thank you very much. Yeah? Mwenyekiti anajua ya kuwa amefanya kazi nzuri, sasa nimemtambulisha. Ladies and gentlemen, my director once told me that you might think you are the best chef, or your mom is the best chef, until you go and taste the food on the other side of another mama. Here, the Metrology fraternity, you know, we were saying that Kenya is this, Kenya is that, Tanzania wamefika pale, Dani wamefika pale. Until now you realize Tanzania are already doing meters. Yes? They are already having, they are already researching on how to do airtime and leveraging on how to get, if I remember, Kidi, you said that 1.something trillion, 1.9 trillion, is it per day that someone racks in such kind of money? And if just 0.0001 of that money comes to the bureaus or the legal metrology in terms of money or tax paid, because we are levying something called the standards levy. Why not metrology levy? And if that metrology levy can be put into space, I mean, we could be buying equipments, we could be doing anything. Let's really, Kenya, you've given us a challenge. And that is something I think John is really now pondering, to partner with the KEBS or partner with someone. That money ya airtime lazima ikuje kwetu. I liked your presentation very much. We don't take for granted your attendance here. We really, really appreciate the attendance and the show of might that the partner states have put in place. I'm really proud of that. I'm really proud because it shows the unity, and we must not kill the unity. Can metrology move in a different direction? You know, you could be having so many kids. East African community in Arusha, we have so many kids. Standards, what, SQMT, testing, all those guys. But now, EAMET can be really different in terms of churning your way forward. EAMET can churn its way forward in terms of the contributions we want, partner states coming together, because it's us who know what the benefits and what we've just seen in terms of papers, or even the poster papers, what people are working on. It's us to benefit. So under the presidency of my director, and I hope this AfriMets, it can take it on, that we can have our own, as EAMET, some organization where you even open EAMET bank. Remember AfriMets, we are going to open a bank in South Africa, and the signatories are there. Why not East African Community EAMET? EAMET as an organization. Food for thought. And you run away with this, so such a meeting cannot, you can have such a meeting in a very short time without thinking of where is the money going to come from, where are we going to do this, where are we taking it next time, are we taking it to Uganda, or let's have a kitty. Let's have a kitty for this. As the government declares tomorrow a public holiday, in Kenya that is, we do also invite you, to those who are not traveling today, and I hope that Chao, you are around, please visit the sites of Mombasa. And if you can even reach Voi and, Lunga Lunga, feel free, because it's quite a beautiful country to visit. I have to say, as metrologists, on a personal note, because most likely this is the last time I'm standing and saying that Hongera wana metrolojia. Let me say it again so that it sinks in. Hongera wana metrolojia. And that, Director, thank you on a personal note for babying me, babysitting me into some decisions. I've learned a lot under your leadership. And when Moi was going out of the realms of power, in his last speech, he said that kwa wana metrolojia, East African Community, if I can paraphrase it, kama kuna mtu nilikanyaga mguu yake anisamee. We remember Moi with that phrase. Na kama nilikosea mtu yoyote na mimi kama mtu yoyote anafikiria nilimkosea ama alinikosea, yote iko sawa. I'm a bit nostalgic, and you'll forgive me for this. There's something one of the presenters, I think it's Ken Jen, we want to have several MOUs with you, and the partner states that we are having business with. Please encourage your institutions to have these MOUs. In Kenya, we have something called e-citizen. I think you would have, some of you were saying that tumejaribu kulipa na hatujalipa, sijui e-citizen imeirudisha, tukuquote namba gani. Now, you can have what's called the government to government procurement. And I encourage the businesses, especially doing businesses with Kenya and Metrology per se, kindly see into it that you prod Dominic Ondoro somewhere, Gashusha, the managers who are here, to have MOUs with us. It facilitates the business very smoothly in Kenya for now. Okay? And that's one way also of getting discounts. I was telling the lady of Kengen. It's a one way of it. So you go with Dr. Rotich na unamwambia najua hii ni 30,000 lakini we niweke hii na nini. You negotiate and say all right, but I lock you in for 3 years. Then we can do business. Okay? I really encourage you to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to talk more than that. Let me invite my director, Chair AfriMets, Chair Paki, Director Met and Tess. Nataka makofi ya kilo. Director, hebu kwanza ngoja. You know you are coming to close and do all these things. DJ, hebu ile nyimbo ya 200023 ndio inaweza. Oh, hakuna? For those who don't know about this song, this is the standardization mark, and everything in Kenya revolves around these songs. And there were young men whom we brought up, gave them the platform, the Gen Zs, and we told them, please come up with whatever you can. So this is our more like anthem in terms of quality assurance on anything or any product. How do you confirm this? You are in the market, how do you confirm the product is safe? Okay, if you want to complain, there is a number they are singing there. So nowadays it has become more like whenever we are talking, and it should be the background music. Thank you very much for listening to me. Wacha tupeane director makofi ya kilo, DJ kanyaga hiyo muziki. Pull up, DJ. Moja, mbili. Karibu sana director, and feel free to close the session. Thank you very much.
Good. Now, I want, if you understood what is being said in that song, put up your hand. Now, I would like Odak to come and tell us what it is, because it's very important. There's a very important message there. Odak, please. That's the language of the Gen Zs, the young people. Just listen and see whether you can understand. And I also thought maybe it might not be fair for you to go home without knowing what was being communicated. That's a marketing message. Since you have your phone and your water, we will do something so that you know it works.
Thank you. For those who don't know, KEBS has a toll-free number. If you ever want to verify a product, verify a certificate, verify a member of staff, the number is 20023. So for example, I'll give an example of my own. My staff number is 1701. So if you text HR hash 1701, it's a free message. It will come back with confirmation of my name, my position in KEBS, so that if...
Get out your phone.
Yeah. So you can do a few examples. The text is free, so you can do as many as possible. You can start with, if somebody has come to your premises and they claim to be from KEBS and you want to verify, because Again, these things happen. Sometimes you just want confidence in who has come to see you. We will have to identify ourselves with our badge. That badge will have a staff number. So if you send that staff number, I believe it's HR hash and then the number. So you can use my number as an example, 1701. You should get a confirmation that one, I am who I say I am, and I work in Kenya Bureau of Standards in the department that I claim to be. I could be a security officer, and I've come saying I'm a QA officer, or I'm a metrology officer coming to say I'm in inspection. So all of these details should tally. I don't know if anyone has texted my number and gotten a response.
Just compose an SMS, and the number you put is what?
1701.
No.
HR hash
No,
1701.
the message. You compose a message, you are sending to what? Which number?
20023.
So compose a message, you are sending it to
023.
Then what do you write in the message?
HR hash 1701. So the same applies for product certification. If you have a product whose authenticity you want to confirm, because again, sometimes accidents happen, but sometimes people are also being malicious. On every product sold in Kenya, there must be a standardization mark. So if you pick up the bottle of water in front of you, you'll see next to the KEBS mark, just above the barcode, there is a KEBS mark, and on that mark, there is a unique number for this product. So for example, this water, to that same number, 20023, if you want to verify that that mark corresponds to this product, you would send SM hash 6736. So we can also try this one. Me? Okay, this it has given you a lot more information that I knew it was giving. Yes, I'm actually supposed to be on leave. So you can see if I'm supposed to be on leave, but then I show up to your premises claiming to be on official business, it will be very clear that I'm not actually on official business.
The water?
So for the water, has anyone tried the standardization mark for the water? Yes. What answer have we got?
Maybe Majirani. Anybody from the neighborhood? Did you get a message? I'm sure somebody got it.
Because the response you get should correspond exactly to this product.
The number because it looks like
SM hash 6736.
Tanzania. Got a message. Okay, what did you get? What does it say? Give him a mic.
It says permit number 6736, product, packaged mineral water, brand, Aquamist, farm, Aquamist Limited. It has effective date, that is 23rd October 2025. It has a date of expiry, then is 5th October 2029. It has the status, it shows is valid, and it gives, for more information, you can call KEBS, toll free, line is there, or you send a mail to info@kebs.org. And it gives you a thank you.
Yeah, so the number to verify, if you ever find yourself in the market or somewhere out there and you want to verify any KEBS related product, there's always a number associated with it, whether it's staff, whether it's a standardization mark, and the number to SMS is 20023.
Good. Thank you very much. So that music was actually communicating a very important message. But I was just wondering whether we were understanding. And as mentioned by Mheshimiwa, last year we had an engagement with the young people. And we told them we wanted them to communicate, to give us a communication that reaches the youth. You know, you need to talk to them and make sure they are relating, isn't it? That's why they came up with that. If you go to our, I think on YouTube, you can see our MD also. It was a very engaging. If you check KEBS, you'll be able to see. So wherever you get these products which have been certified by KEBS, you will be able to identify and determine whether it is the permit of the company that makes them is valid, isn't it? So if somebody comes to your farm and says, I'm from KEBS, you can also know, because you can actually get the HR number. You can also use the ID, yeah? And you see Odak supposed to be on leave, isn't it? So if he's turn up at your gate and then you confirm, then you can say, no, I want clearance that you are authorized to come here, isn't it? So this is about going digital, empowering the consumer, okay? So that music was empowering you, and I didn't want you to go home without knowing it. Good. Now the next one, first of all, I would like to appreciate Mheshimiwa. Did we appreciate him? I think we have not, isn't it? So maybe give him a heavy clap for the service he has done for KEBS. And you see, still a young man, isn't it? Huh? See, this is somebody you meet and you ask, where's your father? When I was in China, there was a guy from he was from Malawi. No, not Malawi, from Zambia. So, when we were there, he used to go to the gym and eat a lot. So, one time he tells me, you see, when I was employed as a government officer, you know, they used to be given houses. So he had this big house. And then he discovered there was a problem with water. So he makes a phone call for someone to come and repair. So in the morning, somebody turns up and knock at the gate. He goes to open. The guy comes in and then looks at and asks him, where's your father? So he started thinking, this guy knows my father. My father is in the village, but why is this guy asking for my father? So to him, he thought this guy knows him and knows their family. He says, oh, my father is not there. He said, no, but he just made a phone call that there's a problem in his house. So he said, oh, it's me who made a phone call. So when we were in China, he said, he didn't want, when he goes back, somebody ask him about his father. He wants to be the father himself. So, Mheshimiwa, don't be disappointed when people ask you, where's your father? Because you are still a young person, isn't it? Yeah, so we just wish you, we normally say metrologists don't retire, they continue. It's like moving from this seat to the next seat. So I hope as you take over the other responsibilities, you make metrology shine, yeah? I would also like to appreciate our exhibitors. Estek, where are you? Estek. Oh, you know, we normally stand in my society. We stand up so that people can see you. MSEA. Let's clap for them. Good. I hope next time we can do better, isn't it? And fill the whole room with more exhibitors, because it is what you do that makes us shine. If you give us a lousy equipment, then we cannot shine, isn't it? Thank you very much. And take our Sunday to your bosses. Tell them we are grateful and we look forward to more collaboration. Thank you. I would also like to appreciate the committee. Thank you very much for, did they do a good job? If they did a good job, let's do one clap. Very good. I think this time I was on the back seat and I found everything was moving. Even they even looked for me to say, well, we want to book you the ticket. So you see, those who are in Kenya, I think it was not an EAC ticket. So I think the Kenyan team did that. So everything was done very well. And I think the venue is also good, isn't it? So the other one, I want us to appreciate Dr. Leon. I think he has stepped out. Yeah, I think for him to really accept to come all the way from NIST to here shows a very, very important connection that we have with NIST. I know a number of CAP staff, maybe even from the region, they have trained. I know Luvonga. You are there for how long, Luvonga? In NIST, you are in NIST for how long? 3 times. Even myself, I was there. I was there also. So this is the kind of networks that we want to build. And I think at the AfriMES level, that's what we want to see. We want to see you spending time in these NMIs and working together. I think yesterday I mentioned that if you want to succeed, they say, Confucius says what? If you want to go fast, what do? Go alone, isn't it? But if you want to go far, what do? So I think we are all here because we want to go far. The networks that we are forming with others is to take us there. So thank you very much to all the NMIs and all delegates who attended this event. Now, how about the papers? Were you happy with the papers? Very high quality, isn't it? And I was saying if I was a private entity, I would be fishing for talent, isn't it? Yes, because I noted some very nice young fellows here. And I'm saying if I was a private entity, I would start fishing for them, isn't it? Now, since I'm not a private entity, what do? I collaborate with them, isn't it? So I think we will be reaching out and we do things together so that we take the region to the next level, isn't it? Good. I also want to appreciate our leaders. I think you saw our cabinet secretary was here. Was he in a hurry? Was he in a hurry? He was not, isn't it? You see, he stayed with us, even had lunch with us, even stayed after lunch a little bit, isn't it? Because he was very happy with the quality of the conference that we put together. So I think since he's not here, we extend our appreciation. We also appreciate our chairman of the National Standards Council. That's the board for Kenya Bureau of Standards. I think you saw him. He's still in Mombasa and he's been online following our presentation. So, because he believes metrology is everything. And also, I appreciate our managing director for really supporting this event. And she's also been online and following up on this event. So thank you very much to our cabinet secretary, our chairman, and also our managing director. Now, I want to appreciate also those who were seated out there. You know, all of you were cooling inside, but we had people who were doing the registration. You remember? I remember I went out and I said, why don't you interchange? Get one in, cool, and then come back, you exchange. I felt like sitting there also to help. But they didn't want anything to go wrong. So I hope everybody signed in and make sure your name is recorded there. What about those young men you are seeing on the sites who are dealing with the voice and the video? Are you happy with them? So why don't you clap for them? Good. Thank you very much. So I also want to extend our appreciation specifically to our partner states. If they did not facilitate you, do you have come? So I appreciate the United Republic of Tanzania. I appreciate Zanzibar. I also appreciate Uganda, Sudan, and also those who join online. What about Kenya? We also appreciate them, isn't it? Yes, because if Kenya did not host, we would not be here. So let's clap for all of them. Just good. Now, I have a message. you need to do something about it over there. I should do something over here. So this is CAPS. If you come to CAPS, make sure you take a photo there. You see the three pillars. I always interpret their meaning differently depending on the circumstances, okay? So in the interest of this event, those are the pillars of metrology. We have the scientific, and we have what? Industrial and legal. Does it look very stable? It's very stable, isn't it? You remember even in our traditional societies, we have a three-legged stool. If you remove one, what happens? Will it stand? No, isn't it? So I think for metrology, we are stronger when we are all sitting like that and standing very well. So that is it. So depending on the circumstances, I will interpret it differently. So for this purpose, it's just to encourage you that don't be left behind. If the scientific excels and legal doesn't, are we succeeding? No, isn't it? So when you are doing, make sure you involve them. If the industrial doesn't succeed, will you succeed? No, isn't it? So it's just to urge you that as you go back, let's work together and make sure that no one is left behind. None of those functions remains behind. I'm happy to see that in Tanzania, there's even an institute training on metrology. In fact, I'm interested in knowing, because there's an initiative on the, we call it quality infrastructure in education. That's an initiative of the African Union. So I think they are looking into that, yeah. But I think as the metrology, we have always been doing that. We have been training, but now it's to mainstream it better. So, those who did presentation of the papers, since all of you have agreed that they are great people, I have a challenge for you. That in the next few years, this photo here will change. You see those fellows? You can check. That one is Von Klintz. Is it, how do you read that name? I know, I can only read Von. The other one is Klaus, and I'm not sure whether I'm right, okay? And the other one? These fellows are very much around. Yeah? They are still very, very strong. I'm sure Dr. Leon, you normally interact with Phillips. Yeah. And I'm sure when you are seeing about the artifact, you saw them. Specifically, Phillips. You saw him? You were saying something there. So you can see all of them. They are Nobel Prize. I don't know, in this room, how old were you in 1985? Some fellows were the ones who are holding the mom's skirt when the mom is working in the kitchen, disturbing the mom, isn't it? Yeah, some of us maybe were that young. Yeah, some of us we were just, you remember in the artifacts, that one who was being weighed. Some of us, we were being weighed that time. Isn't that true? Yes, but you see these fellows are still there. That time they had this Nobel Prize. But one of the things, especially Klaus, when I met him, this was a meeting in Germany. One of the things he said that he attributes his success to an attachment or internship that he had at PTB. That by going to PTB, he got to meet with some other scientists and they worked together. I don't want to say what they did, but in your reading, you can be able to read, okay? So what I want to say is this. Your presentations were quality. You just need to do more, okay? And remain focused. You can always succeed as long as you focus. Yeah? You know, the challenge that we have is that you get a metrologist, then suddenly he's opening a butchery, selling meat. So he's at work, but his mind is at the butchery, isn't it? When he's at the butchery, his mind is at work. Now, will he be able to? You will not succeed as a butcher selling meat, and you will also not succeed as a metrologist, isn't it? Yes. So I remember in Korea, there's one of the metrologists who had a bed in the office. They prepared for him a bed because he would sleep and wake up thinking, and then an idea comes and he continues to work, isn't it? So it's all about focus. Focus. You can make it happen. So I challenge you that in the next few years, some of the Nobel laureates will be from here or will be from your institutions. So with those few remarks, I would like us to give an applause to the presenters. Good. So lastly, I would like to appreciate Saroba Hotel. I'm sure most of you, I heard one of the lady from Uganda saying that she's gained weight. And it might be happening across, isn't it? Because the food was good. So we also appreciate the hotel, security, we left our things here. I'm sure nobody has lost anything. Yeah? And to close, Mombasa Raha, so there's still opportunity to relax here in Mombasa. Don't be in a hurry, okay? After all, tomorrow is a holiday. So you can remain in Mombasa and have fun. So I know there's another meeting to discuss the next events that will happen. So let me just end there by saying, when you go back, take our regards to your bosses, take our regards to your countries, and encourage them. I would like to urge that in the next one, all members can be able to support their people to attend. See, there's a lot of benefit here, isn't it? I hope you are going back with some networks. If your phone book has not increased, then we need to have a discussion. If your phone book number is as it is when you came back, then we need to have that discussion on why. Because I remember mine, has increased by about 15, okay? Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Rotich. I think we will all leave here inspired. We've been challenged to be the next ones who will be taking a photo with Dr. Rotich. So I hope our presenters have been challenged. Thank you, everyone. I would want to ask for a volunteer to pray for us. After the comments from Dr. Rotich, I was hoping everyone would be ready to jump and pray. Anyone? Dr. Rotich is volunteering. Karibu, Dr. Rotich. You are volunteering someone. Yeah, Musazi, Patrick. Have you been volunteered by Dr. Letitia?
Let's humble ourselves for a word of prayer. God Almighty Father, we want to thank you in a special way for this beautiful day that you've granted unto us. We are humbled to be called your children, both daughters and sons of the heavenly kingdom. We want to thank you, our God, for you have taken care of us for the last 5 days we've been in Mombasa. You've granted us wisdom and great knowledge throughout the discussions we've had during this period of time when you've been hosted by the Kenya Bureau of Standards. Father in heaven, we want to thank you for good health. None of us has fallen sick when we're here together. As we depart, Father in heaven, we believe that we meet to part and we part to meet. We pray that, Father in heaven, you bring us back together again in another good regional metrology conference come next year. And even if we don't meet on earth, may each one of us who is seated in this hall, Father in heaven, be able to meet with the other in your heavenly palace. Grant us journey mercies as we depart today and tomorrow to go back to our families. Send us your guardian angels to take care of us along the way, and bless each one of us with our heart's desires. In Jesus' mighty name I've prayed. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Letitia. I see you've already arranged our meeting, even if we don't meet on earth. Thank you, everyone, for having joined. Yes, we'll now be breaking for lunch. I know you've received your meal cards, and if you haven't, please pass through the registration desk. It's there. Secondly, we still have this hall until the end of the day, so when you leave for lunch, you can leave your things here. Everything will be safe. You can go to the beach and after your lunch and come back and leave at your own pleasure. For Muslim brothers and sisters, your packages are ready and they will be delivered to you before you leave. Since once we break from here, I don't think most of us will be back. Thank you, everyone. Hoping to see you again soon. Asanteni sana.